It's 7:48. Joining us today in the studio is the director of the Manila Boat Club, Mr. James Stratton, to tell us more about the Amateur Rowing Association of the East and their upcoming event next week. Mr. Stratton, good morning. Thanks for waking up early and coming to the studio.
My pleasure.
Tell us about the event. When is it going to be? And it's going to be in Lake Paoay.
It will be on Lake Paoay. The event is taking place next week. We have the opening ceremony on Wednesday, and then the races will be taking place towards the end of the week, with the finals on Saturday. And we have approximately 108 participants coming from
From
Asia.
all over the world? From Asia?
Not from all over the world, but mainly from Asia. We have them coming from as far afield as Dubai, from Singapore, India, Sri Lanka, Pakistan, and of course we have the Philippines there.
When you say 180 participants?
108.
108. Are these individuals or teams?
These are individuals. That makes up about 12 rowing clubs that are attending.
How will the Philippines fare?
Well, we have extremely strong competition. India, Sri Lanka and Pakistan have very, very many rowing clubs. It's a very popular sport. And the important thing there is that they attract a lot of students and youth. Therefore, there are a lot of rowers that are considerably younger than the likes of myself. So they have a distinct advantage. However, the Philippines, I'm delighted to say, are fighting back, and we have had tremendous support from Ateneo University over the last years, who row at the Manila Boat Club on the Pasig River here. And just recently we've had a lot of interest from a couple of universities in Loag itself, the University of the Northwest and the Marcos University. Both have been training very hard, and the reports I get back is that they have been doing extremely well. And whilst they compete there, they will be, I think, probably putting in an extremely good effort for their first showing in international or any competition of rowing.
Are Filipinos good rowers?
Philippines are good rowers. The Philippines are very lucky in that they can compete very successfully at times in the lightweight rowing, and this is one of the advantages of rowing, is that there are the different classes.
Class divisions.
The Philippine physique is lightweight and very strong. And the people themselves are very dedicated to a sport once they get into it. Now, the Philippines were very lucky in winning medals in 2002, and we had Alvin Amposter and Alex Cordova who won silver medals there. Then when the Philippines hosted the SEA Games in 2005, we had the tremendous success of winning 3 gold medals by Benji Tolentino, which was quite spectacular. The Manila Boat Club is trying very hard to promote rowing and get the youth coming through again, so we get some new gold medal winners for the Philippines.
Is there interest in rowing?
There is an interest in rowing. It's one of those things that people don't really know about, they're not so aware about, but once you get the message through and you can get them out onto the water, they suddenly realize that yes, this is quite fun. It's a great way of taking exercise without perhaps the boredom of being on a treadmill in a gymnasium. There is something very much more better actually rowing on the river than even sitting on a rowing machine. There's a bit going on to you. Now, you can see on the picture behind you, you probably even got me in there.
You in that boat?
I probably am in that boat.
You're probably in that boat as well.
Probably that boat. I think I'm in that.
All right.
Number 3.
Is there a certain body type suitable for rowing?
Like for Filipinos, do you think?
You don't know. Anybody can row. It doesn't really matter whether you're short and round or tall and
so
thin.
it doesn't matter whether
No.
you're tall.
No.
What is needed is you'll have the strength necessary for it.
Strength is not
even
of the ultimate importance. It's timing and coordination. But that's something that you learn through practice. These boats, this particular boat that we use on the Pasig River, is pretty stable. As you can see, we're both rowing with 2 oars, which is actually called sculling, just to be confusing. And you build up a lot of stamina. It's a very good sport for the ladies because they become very, very strong, very fit, but they don't build muscle.
Do you need to have reached a certain fitness level for you to start rowing?
Not at all.
Not
you can
at
start,
all.
you can pace yourself. Even if you're in a boat with other very fit people, you don't have to pull as hard as they do. You pull to your own strength.
But it requires good teamwork for you to be able to...
It is teamwork, and this is again why it is extremely good sport for students and the youth to do, because it promotes teamwork, discipline. If you don't work together, it's not going to work.
Is it expensive?
Yeah.
No, it's not expensive.
How much is a boat?
We've just bought some new boats from China, and they come in about $7,000 each, which includes the boat and oars. Those particular boats are convertible to either rowing with 2 oars or rowing with 1 oar.
And do you have sponsorship for events?
We do have some sponsorship. We have ongoing sponsorship at the Manila Boat Club. One of the big supporters there has been David Salon. Now, as far as the ARAE-FEARA Regatta, which is being held next week, we have had some tremendous sponsorship from the media. We've got official media partners. The official print media presenter is the Business Mirror. We've had a lot of support from the Manila Bulletin, who've come in as the official media supporter. And of course the Philippine Daily Inquirer have come in as the print media supporter. And this has been of tremendous help to actually promote the event. And as a result of that, we are beginning to get inquiries from other areas, other provinces who have said, could we possibly have a rowing club? Yes is the answer, if you've got the water.
May I ask a silly question? How do you know where you're going?
We have a driver.
Who's the driver? The guy in the back?
The cox, yeah, the guy in the back. The
How
one
does-
that's looking forward.
How does he tell you where to go?
He doesn't have to tell us. He's got 2 little bits of rope, and he turns.
There is a
turns
rudder.
them. There is a rudder.
All right.
There is a rudder.
I told
We
you
do,
it was a silly
however,
question.
sometimes row up and down the river without a driver, without a cox, as they're called.
How do you do that?
And we need somebody who's actually quite capable of turning their head and looking behind them. We have had a situation when somebody was not quite so good at doing that.
And
there
you
was
ran
a,
into
there was a
something.
little, say, conflagration with the banker, and we all tipped over and went in the river, but we got out again pretty quick.
At what time of year?
Well, I can't remember when that time of the year, but the water was warm, I can assure you. A bit dirty, but warm.
All right. Thanks for joining us, Mr. Stratton. Thanks for
you.
coming over and telling us. And good luck with the competition.
Thank you very much indeed. I might just say that actually we have been, the tremendous support we've had from LOAG, from Ilocos Norte.
Okay.
And Governor Marcos has been a great supporter there in their Paoay campaign, which is proving very successful.
How's
Thank you.
Paoay Lake, by the way?
Paoay Lake is absolutely beautiful. The first time I went up there was just over a year ago, and I was astonished. It's very clean. All the fish cages have gone. There is tremendous development going on to make it a water sports centre, and I think Ilocos Norte have an absolute winner there. It's a very beautiful place, and Paoay is an absolute jewel.
Oh, again, thank you, Mr. Stratton, for coming
Thank you
over.
very much indeed.